He's trying to start. So we're saying that every word in the KJV comes from Hebrew.
Yes.
And every word in the New Testament comes from Greek or Latin.
Right.
That's the only place I don't agree with you.
No, but that's fine. Then. But then,
okay.
what I'm saying, the New Testament is written in Greek and Latin. I didn't say
Okay.
So what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to be precise, so that we all understand where we're coming from. So when this says the Holy Bible containing the Old and the New Testaments, listen, Josh, translated out of the original tongues and with the former translation diligently compared and revised. And then if we turn to the next page, it says, to the most high and mighty Prince, James, King James, by the grace of God, King of Great Britain, France and Ireland, defender of the faith. What faith? What faith?
It says King of France as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we know that, but
Exactly.
the Englishman,
The
Englishman wouldn't tell you this. The Englishman would tell you about England and the Tudor age and all of the history that they create. So let's talk about the factuality. And then it says, translation of the Bible with wish grace, mercy and peace through Jesus Christ, our Lord. So this is what's in the scriptures I'm telling you about. That was diligently. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine, bro.
You say your Lord
Great.
Looked at me.
Listen. Great and manifold were the blessings and most dread sovereign. Yeah, most dread. Not no gay guy or not no little Jewish man saying, "Oh, we are Jewish."
Only God
Not
ordained
like
kings.
Not like
kings
that.
don't just appear. God
Okay,
ordained.
so I'm confirming what you're saying.
Yeah.
So it says,
Nothing happens without
which
him.
Almighty God, the Father of all mercies, bestowed upon us, the people of England. So this is someone referring to King James from
People
England.
used to be very religious back then. They used to be very religious.
I'll confirm that as well. For whereas it was the expectation of many who wished not well unto our Zion, that upon the setting of that bright occidental star, Queen Elizabeth of most happy memory, some thick and purple clouds of darkness would so have overshadowed this land, that men should have been in doubt which way they should walk. So this is a confirmation of prophecy being fulfilled 400 years ago. Because remember, we're talking about 400 years of translation.
I know.
Listen, Josh is alright. So 400 years, so 1604, this was completed, and 1611, it was ordained to be read in churches.
Exactly.
So that what you have in your hand was not ordained to be read in churches. By who?
No, of course it wasn't ordained to be read in church.
So okay. So let's like how we on this point. Like how we on this point. Brother, give me a minute. Please. I'll give you a chance.
I was just gonna ask him one.
I'll give you a chance, bro.
Yeah.
But so why this revelation is why I'm
but
saying
I don't believe. See, now you're bringing up.
Hold on. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes. I'm gonna give you. Just give me a
But when
chance
you
to
open
judge.
that book, it gives me the.
No problem. You can say whatever you want to say, bro. Because we didn't wake up together.
I know.
So I'm asking you.
But you don't need this either.
No. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something. Bro, let me do what. When you speak, you speak. Me and Josh have been 5 minutes, please.
But Josh is not gonna believe what you read
here.
here.
Bro.
No, but
let me speak.
Alright. I was gonna say my quick piece, honestly.
I'm gonna let you speak.
Alright, go ahead.
Because it's a continuation of just the same thing that was done. Okay. So it says, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the singers of Satan. What do you say about that? You don't believe, even if you don't believe.
Of course I don't believe.
No, even if you don't believe, because it's written, and because it says here, because this I'm going by this. This is what I believe in, the scriptures. So if it says no page was missing, nothing was added.
No, but you believe in this, but you also believe in the New Testament as well. So that book hurts you more than it helps. Honestly.
Okay. So I'm going by what is written in the pages.
Yeah, I know, but
so if you're gonna say, were you there when King James was translating this?
No, but I just know that God said He alone.
Where did
we
God
should
say?
worship Him.
Where did God say?
In the book, go to
So
Isaiah
that's
55.
That's why I'm saying I don't want to stray from what I'm saying with Josh, because
Yeah, but I want to say.
See, I have to say, Prince is on much better ground here, and I agree with you about the New Testament. But Prince is on much more solid ground because he's going by King James, and you agree that King James is ordained and that he is.
No, but no, I said no.
Now,
I said
disagree with that concept.
No, what I mean.
But if you want to agree with what
what I mean by what I mean is there's no king.
Exactly.
Let me tell you something. You see our Creator here. Nothing happens on earth that He does not. He never finds out anything by mistake. He never comes and thinks, "Oh my God, King James the king." For Him to cause this Torah, that book, He said it in so many places that if Israel stops obeying the Torah, He's going to fling them out the land. And He's only going to bring them back, as He says in Yeshayahu, Isaiah chapter 2 at the end of days. It says, "In the mountain of the Lord is going to be established on top of the mountains, and all nations shall flow unto it." Now, you know what I find is everything that has to do with Israel, all of a sudden, the Jews now said it's the Jewish people. So everything to do with Israel is the Jewish people. Israel, Jews. I read the book, it never says Jewish people, it says children of Israel.
Irrelevant.
It's relevant.
Why? It's
because you have to follow what the...
said.
No, what I'm saying,
Nothing to do with the points that we
what I'm trying to... No,
made.
you said, yeah.
I said.
No, I said the concept of kings. I said, yeah, no king becomes a king without our Creator knowing he's going to be a king. Nothing happens. That's what I mean by ordained by kings. That's all I mean. I'm not saying that, oh, God said, be a king. What I'm saying is nothing happens without Him.
Fine,
Hitler,
so what authority is your translation from then?
Say that again?
What authority does your translation have? Where's it from?
What do you mean?
Where is your translation from? At least he believes that King James had an authority.
No, but Joshua,
right? And I believe that these
if I'm honest,
are just
I don't even believe, Joshua, I don't even think you're an Israelite.
Irrelevant.
It's relevant because
Why?
you guys are not on the wall. You guys are not. Hang on. No, wait. I know.
That's not
no,
what
listen. Let me tell you why. No, let me tell you why. No, let me tell you something. No, let me tell you something. Yeah, if the Israelites that I saw with my eyes are dark skinned, if everything to do with Israelites are dark skinned,
I think
hang on.
I don't think he's an Israelite.
Hang on,
I think he's a Hamite.
How can I be a Hamite when I'm from Nigeria and Kingdom of Judah is in Nigeria? How the fuck can I be a Hamite, you dummy? See, Kingdom of Judah, see there, that's Nigeria.
Doesn't mean you're from there.
I'm from Benin, I'm supposed to be from Benin. And the customs. Listen, the customs, when the slavery, as you can see, slave coast, when the slavery was happening, my family ran from Judah.
So why don't you believe he's a Jew?
Because let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because every evidence I have seen in the British Museum, do my research, all the Israelites that's been written, all the Israelites,
how similar we are.
Compared to, but if you go to Jerusalem today, is it dark-skinned people in Jerusalem that are Jews today, or is it white?
No, there are Ashkenaz and Yiddish, and those who are Jewish.
Okay, who is Judah?
Conversation. Don't do that.
Who is Judah? Okay, who is Judah? Who is Judah? Who is Judah?
Judah was the son of Jacob.
Okay, where did Judah go after the wars in 70 AD in Israel? Where did Judah go?
With the tribe of Judah?
Yeah, where did the tribe of Judah go?
Some of them stayed there. Some went to Egypt. Some went to Babylon.
So what about the ones on this map here?
Some went to Italy.
And what about this map here from 1700s? What about Kingdom of Judah that's here, slave coast?
Whataboutism. That's irrelevant to me.
No, because listen, Josh.
Josh, whataboutism?
Josh, listen. No, wait, hang on, wait. Just listen. Let me tell you something. Josh, let me tell you something.
Just listen, yeah.
It talks in the book of
Is this
Deuteronomy.
right?
In the book of Deuteronomy. In the book of Deuteronomy 28. Yeah.
I think he's
book
deadly
of,
serious. That's the problem.
Deuteronomy
He
28
doesn't have a rational
talks
brain.
about the slavery of Judah. Deuteronomy 28 talks about the slavery of Judah. There's no white person that's Judah. There's no white person that was Jews. None. You go to Jerusalem today, they're all white. All the Judah in the scriptures, they're all dark skinned.
So what do you want from me then?
No, because you said I was a Gentile. And I'm like,
are you Christ? Because if you're from Judah, it's a possibility that you're Christ. Because in Hebrew 7 verse 14.
I don't believe in Christ.
You see? But in Hebrew
Christ.
7, read Hebrew 7 verse 4. Oh, you don't have, okay, that's fine. But
Torah never said anything
the
about
thing
the
is,
Messiah.
easier saying that.
No, he didn't.
I don't know what he's saying.
He said,
Where? He never said it.
he said, Ash,
Prove it,
hold on, no, Ash, don't stray, man.
Prove it, I'm listening.
This guy is going to have 10 different conversations at the same time.
Yeah.
You said, when I came here, you said you was from Judah.
Yes.
And Christ sprung from Judah.
And?
Am I Judah?
I don't know, you tell me.
Who else can confirm himself but Christ?
What do you mean, but Christ?
You said you're from Judah.
Yeah.
And you said he's not.
No, I said, yeah, listen to what I'm saying. My argument is, yeah, every research I've done, all the Jews right now that wears the black hat and all of them.
That's fine.
Hang on.
If
They
you wear a
all
black
call
hat.
them. Hang on. They all call themselves Jews.
Yeah.
Everything to do with children of Israel, they said it's them.
Okay.
But
Can you speak and then my speak?
yeah.
Can
But
you
the
speak and then
Torah
I speak?
never said Jewish people.
I understand,
The
bro.
Torah said children of Israel.
Yes, I understand.
But what
you
they
recognize
do,
yourself.
No, hang
By
on,
the time of the
What they
Exodus,
do,
Am I lying on you?
right?
time of the Exodus, that's what you were called. But in the Exodus,
time of
that was
Esther-
drawn. No, wait, hang on.
At the time
In
of
the-
Esther, we were
why
called
can't we
Jews
just
already.
speak
All
like
the
that?
guys called
talk
it
anyway.
Jew.
Okay, talk to him.
You said you're Judah.
No, because
You
every
said
time
you're
I'm
Judah.
talking, you keep butting in. I came to talk to him. When I'm finished, you can sleep with him if you want. Let me talk to the guy. I only want to talk to him today, and that's it. I don't want to be talking to him every week. My point is, Joshua, before I get rude, what I'm saying is, yeah, one single evidence, yeah, that all the Jews are light-skinned in Israel, because it cannot be that all the history of Israel are one way, everything to do with Israel is one way, then your way is not in history at all, then it's about your rabbis. Every question I've asked you today is always about what you believe. You're like these guys, you're like the Christians, you go by what you believe. Show me a fact, show me, say, look at this archaeology, this where Ashkenazi, this is where we come from. Show me in archaeology, not about what you
I can't
believe.
show you archaeology.
No, in the museum,
what do I look-
in the
I'm
museum.
not in a museum.
No, in the No, say when you've been to the British Museum.
I went there many years ago when I was a child.
was there too. I was there last week.
Fine.
So I'm saying
Good for
in
you.
there, in all the
Historical
walls.
testimony is actually a very good form of learning history, and I think it's a much more reliable way than
the British Museum.
than archaeology.
I think that
So,
historical testimony is a very-
all of a sudden, what the Torah said don't matter. Archaeology don't matter. So
when
what?
did I see the Torah? Doesn't
So
matter.
okay, so I'm asking you. Then you produce me one proof.
I personally think, right, this is my view of historical evidences, is that historical testimony is by far more reliable source of history than archaeology.
Okay, but give me one evidence though of
but you're
white
not going
Hebrew.
to take. You're not
No,
going
I
to
will
take
take
any
it.
evidence.
No,
I
not
ever
not
gave.
just words. No, not just words.
He's beef with you.
Brother,
All
shut
I
up,
have
man.
now is
Fucking
words.
hell, what's
Josh,
wrong
you
with
can,
this
you
guy,
can allow
man?
to speak. You can speak. You're a big man.
I'm
I mean,
talking to the guy. Why'd you have to come along, man? Fucking hell. Let me finish with the guy. Josh, I'm asking, not your words. Show me, say, you know, like you go like this, saying, online here, this is this, this is this. Not just tell me what you believe. Show me evidence. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages open of evidence. Show me just one. That's all I'm asking, not by what you think. Just show me one and say, hang on a second, if you go to the museum here, you're going to see all Ashkenazi in the Exodus. That way. But don't just claim it and say, oh, I believe it. If I tell you said I was Gentile the other day, so I'm bringing you proof to show you that we're Judah and you're not. But you can prove me wrong. You show me.
Let me tell you something. I think it's pretty sad that one comment that I made in which I said that you were a Gentile.
No, because that's
has riled you so much.
Let him speak now.
Has riled you so much that you're desperate for me to give a proof of what I've said. But you don't actually care what I have to say.
I do.
You don't.
I do.
You don't actually care about historical migrations. About historical migrations of Jews from Israel to Italy in the time of the Romans.
From Italy?
Right? No, from Israel to Italy in the time of the Romans.
So the Jews now.
You don't care
the
about.
Jews now.
You don't.
They're
care,
the one in the Torah.
You don't care
They're
about
the one in the
anything
Torah.
I have to say. You don't care
They're
about historical migrations of Jews from Israel to the Caucasus, or from Israel to India, or from Israel to Babylon. You don't
does he spoken
care
about in the Torah?
A single migration. The only migration you care about is a migration.
But that's the one in the Torah. The one in the Torah.
To West Africa, which is not mentioned in the Torah.
No.
Because your verse about Egypt does not talk about West Africa. Egypt is not in West Africa.
No.
Look in any map. I can guarantee you.
The slave
Egypt
started.
is not in West Africa.
I didn't say that.
Now,
I didn't say that. Wrong argument.
Then this is a very strange argument indeed.
But listen, it says if they stop.
Thank you.
It says if they stop.
Exactly.
Listen, it says just listen.
Northeast
It
Africa.
says if they stop obeying the Torah, it said it's going to take them to Egypt again in ships.
Yes,
in ships.
and Josephus
hang on.
that happened. So what do you want?
Who's Josephus?
He was a historian.
He's a historian.
And as I said, historical testimony is
a Jewish historian.
So you reject everything Josephus says.
I'm talking about the Torah.
That's
you're telling me about
amazing.
Joshua.
I never even claimed the color of the Jews.
I do because it's only Ashkenazi.
That's all you care about.
Yes, because
all
you
care
guys
about is color.
Joshua, because you guys.
All you care about.
So you don't follow. So you don't. So yeah. So listen.
You don't know what you're talking about.
So hang on a second. You guys, you tell people, not you in particular, but the white Ashkenazi, they will reject dark-skinned people.
Not
because
true. Not true.
So what about the Ethiopians? What about the Ethiopians?
Well, that's a very interesting topic.
Okay, what about that?
So historically speaking, it seems from a lot of testimony we have from Ethiopian tradition that they seem to have actually been a split off from the Ethiopian Orthodox Church about 500 years ago. So we don't actually know if they're Jews.
So who's there to judge? Who's a Jew or not? Is it there for the light-skinned white Jews to judge dark-skinned Jews to say who's Jew or not? Who gave them the authority?
Who gave you the authority?
No, I'm asking you. No, you said no. Exactly. Who gave the white Jews now?
If you ask a good question, at least let him answer without overpowering.
Go ahead.
If we come from the premise that God gave an authority to the courts from the days of Moses all the way all the way through the generations, that court system of prophets and sages continued past the destruction of the Second Temple, and we look historically as to where they seem to have settled.
Historically where? Give me one evidence, that's what I'm asking for.
I don't have anything here.
You've got your phone. Would you
like to see my phone?
No. Listen,
this is my phone.
Listen.
This is my phone, everyone, for all to see.
Okay, I give you that. Listen, I give you that. Joshua, listen, all I was wanted from you, like I said, I'm not talking about you personally. I asked you two things. I asked you about the oral law. You couldn't prove it. There's no evidence.
I started giving you the reasons of how we know there's
but
not
from the Torah.
But
not from the Torah.
All
though.
from the Torah.
Okay, give me one from the Torah about the oral law. Give me one.
Vowels is the first one.
No.
Grammatical problems is the second one. The third is the incomprehensibility of legal instructions in the Torah.
To who? To who's incomprehensible? To who? To you?
Literally anyone with a mind.
No, not
Please
to me.
Explain to me the tzitzis. Please explain the tzitzis to me, because I'd love to hear it without using
Let me tell you what it
says.
Let me tell you something. You know what it says, in Deuteronomy 29:29. You know what it says?
I'm talking about numbers right now.
Hang on,
I know.
But before we get to number, it says the secret thing belongs to God. Only things that are revealed belong to us and our children. That's what it says.
The Torah is not in heaven, so we're supposed to be able to understand.
But not all of it. Not all of it. He says you have to try. He says some things you're going to understand, some things you don't. And if you've read the Torah, that's what it says. He never says you have to understand everything. That's a Christian belief. You
Where
obey.
does he say that? Where does he say that?
Man, move out of me.
No,
man. I'm talking to somebody, man. I'm not talking to you.
You're talking
I'm talking to
over
him.
him. You haven't listened to a single question he said. You keep talking over him. How does it feel when someone's talking over you? I don't have to be his dad. I have to be in Speaker's Corner where we have freedom of speech. If you ask him a good question, listen to a good answer.
So why are you talking?
Every time he speaks,
then?
because you're talking, you're not allowing him to talk. Allow him to talk, and then you can listen with your ears, and you can get some knowledge. Because you don't understand.
Somebody that's not even, I don't even think he's an Israelite, I should get knowledge.
He is an Israelite. He is an Israelite. Yes, I'm an Israelite. My father's a Jew.
So you too.
I've got ancestors that fought in a war. I can trace my ancestry back.
So then it shouldn't be a problem.
I'm not with him.
Hang on.
I'm not
then
with
you
him.
and him
No,
have a
I'm
problem.
not with
no,
him.
wait, let me finish.
You're speaking about epistemology here. You're speaking about epistemology. You prove it. You prove it. Don't come to me with a map from Google.
Oh, you don't want to.
Hey, okay. My map. You want to have a map pissing contest?
Prove something.
Let me show you my map. There's my map.
All of you guys
There's
are not
my map.
proving anything.
Here's the word of God.
You're talking.
When you're ready to listen, I'm ready to listen.
You want me to
listen to him? Listen to him. Be respectful. Listen to him.
You're a grown man.
Be respectful. Listen to him. Listen to him.
You're supposed to be
a
grown man.
I'm talking to him.
You're talking over him. You're talking over him.
But I've been asking.
People talk over you, isn't it?
Anyway,
you go away.
Listen.
You go away.
Okay, but I'm going to ask you again, yeah? I said to you, yeah, I need a verse, yeah, from the Torah. No, from the Torah. I'm not telling you to tell me.
What verse did I tell you? Not from the Torah.
No,
that
says the oral law.
I already told you right at the beginning of this discussion that such a verse does not exist.
Okay.
I told you from the very beginning.
Okay,
you then asked me why I believe in an oral Torah. I started explaining, and then you went on a mad ramble, about maps.
Did you hear him?
There's no evidence for the
I didn't
oral
say
law.
evidence. I said verse.
Okay, for the verse. There's no verse.
So,
Yes.
Josh,
So
one question. At what point did you lost your history
Exactly.
for it to be oral tradition? Because you must have lost the book. Like when the Moses is speaking to the prophets, he said to them, write this in a book.
Yeah.
So at what point did you guys get cut off from your people to the point where you
It's not oral. It said written down is oral.
So what we say is that God gave both a written and an oral in order to explain the written.
That's fine, but no, oral tradition means your books are lost.
No, it's not.
Hold on. Let me give you my understanding of it. So it means that your heritage has been cut off, because it's a prophecy. It says that the Israelites, their heritage are going to be cut off, right? And then they would have no remembrance of themselves. Yeah? In a strange land. So that means they wouldn't have had their Torah, they wouldn't have had the books of the prophets. So then they'd have to convert to the next generation orally what you've been through. So like your grandmother would tell you what happened to their grandparents, and then it comes down to you, which we're the living. We're this book is just words. So we are the people that the Bible speaks of historically. So if you're saying that you're the Jew, or because we know that in the 1940s you guys were studying to be Jew, studying Judaism, and then because you couldn't say you're a Jew, you were before saying that you were Jewish. Yeah. So we
that's just semantics.
I know, but then Jewish is not in the scriptures, or neither is it in the Torah. So we have to say Judah, which is a tribe, and then Benjamin, because if you only recognize every white Jewish person as Judah, then we need to also recognize that you must know the other 12 tribes and 11 tribes if you can recognize one.
We're not claiming that it's simply a white thing, right? We're not claiming that. We never claimed
No,
that.
but Jews
right?
come from one.
I have an uncle who's brown-skinned, and I believe he's a Jew.
I'm not going to stick to color. I'm just talking about you said oral tradition, which.
So when I say oral tradition, I'm talking about a very specific claim. I'm talking about what we call Torah Sheba'al Peh, which is the oral Torah. Right? What we are saying is that God gave to Moses in Mount Sinai two Torahs. The written Torah and the oral Torah, which is there to explain the written. That's what I mean. When I'm saying oral, God gave something to be written and God gave something to be spoken.
Yes.
So where did he give that?
So,
where did he give that
oral?
oral?
Sinai.
So that's what I'm
But
so,
it said,
so that
well,
cannot
hang
be
on.
oral if it's written down. So oral, the way I explain oral you can accept it from generation to generation.
Yeah, that's why he said
if
God
we
gave.
go into captivity, because if anyone should take Britain into captivity now, right?
How does that oral
only
continue?
orally, we could tell others who we are. So this is a tradition. So if you're going to make reference back to something,
God gave the command with the written.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I know.
Then it's no longer oral.
I know. He said it's oral.
Because our ancestors that went through slavery had to tell us.
That is written.
That's
written in the book with a slave coast. He doesn't believe what's written. He doesn't believe the slave coast. He wants to believe what his rabbi is telling, which is okay. It's a religion, but I'll leave you to anyway. Josh,
what I want
thank you, Josh. Thank you.
My question is, when did oral tradition begin
Have a good day.
for you? At what point did you lose your books?
So I didn't agree with your premise that oral tradition necessitates there to be a loss of written books. I didn't agree with that premise. I was saying that the oral tradition was there all the way from the time when the written book was first given.
Okay.
That's what our claim is.
Okay, so Deuteronomy in this should read the same as you. So let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. You probably know what it says by heart. You probably do, Josh.
Maybe.
So Deuteronomy, which it should say the same thing, like this.
Yeah. Sometimes the verse number is slightly different, but usually not.
Can you show me at least? Why are you taking the video behind me?
No, I'm not filming.
Okay, that's
28 verse 15.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it says in Deuteronomy 28 verse 15, it says, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field." Do you have any historical record about your people that has been cursed in the field and in the city?
Yes, there were big famines in which no crops.
No, I mean, physical. Like you can go to history. Like we as the slaves that was picking cotton, like for 400 years in America by your people, or people that look like you. So we've got historical evidence in this time. Because remember, this book was translated for our purpose to be reading it today. So this is prophecy.
So the reason, so there's different ways of interpreting this. The way that you're interpreting this is that the curse would be that you're in the field.
No, not necessarily.
The way I'm looking at this is that a blessing in a field would mean that things will actually grow. You'll put stuff in, stuff will grow. And a curse in the field will be that you put stuff in and nothing will come out.
That's a good point.
So I can go back to literally any famine that my people were
involved in. I don't want to stick there. Can you go to 48? Can you go to verse 48?
Sure. So we can.
So remember, this is also a future prophecy as well.
Yes.
Because it says it shall come to pass.
Yes.
So Deuteronomy 28 verse 48 says, "Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as an eagle, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand." So what nation put a yoke on your people's neck? So they put a yoke on your neck. So the Romans put a yoke on your neck. And so was that the time when they took you in ships?
Yeah, they did.
Okay. So
that's what Josephus talks about.
Okay, so when the nation came and took you, that was in the ship. So when he says that, when in Deuteronomy 68 now, in the same context, it says, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again."
Yes.
So the again hasn't come yet, or has it come?
No, that did happen. Right?
Twice.
So the first time that we went to Egypt was in the days of Jacob, right? The second time we went to Egypt was when the Romans, in the time of...
So the Egyptians, were they black or white? Were they looking like you, or were they...
No, the Egyptians were much darker than me.
So the Egyptians put you into slavery, your people.
Yeah.
So who are the Egyptians today?
The Egyptians today... we don't really know whether or not the modern Egyptians come from the original because of the Arab invasion. Because when Islam started...
How do you know who you are?
How do I know who I am?
Yeah, how do you know who you are, but you don't know who no one else is? Because Jews is an acronym to Judah.
All I can know, all anyone really knows is who they are themselves. Right? Everyone really knows who themselves are. I know who I am. Right? I know I exist. I know I'm a conscious.
Okay. So hold on, bro. So sticking to verse 28 still, because this is the blessing and the curse, right? And it says 64 says, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods. Do you serve other gods?
I don't.
So black people today, we serve Islam, we serve Christianity, we serve all other gods, we serve Buddha. Am I wrong? So we serve black people today, not the Jewish man. The Jewish man serves only one God, which they don't mention his name. But I'm saying that we, the true Israelites, the true Jews, that's why you're going to always have people saying that we are the true Israelite and you're the ones that the Revelation 2 verse 9 says about synagogue of Satan, because it says that there's going to come a time when some people are going to say they are Jews and are not. So in the scriptures, in this, I'm just following the scriptures. So I'm rational. No. The only reason why I'm doing that now, is because I'm talking about the blessings and the curse. Yeah. So that's why I'm coming. But that's fine. That's fine. So in the scriptures it says in Revelation 2 verse 9, it says that in the last days there's going to be people saying that they're Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. So we see in reality that there's a people that's saying that they are Jews, but they are only saying that they're Jews, but not from the Israelites that the scriptures talk about, that the Quran speaks of, and that the whole complete Bible speaks of.
You said Revelation what?
2 verse 9.
Can I ask you a question? Sorry to come in.
No problem.
What outside of the Afro race, another race, and I'm using the wrong word race.
No, but when you use the word Afro, I mean, I'm not wearing an Afro today.
Well, I'm using Afro to be clear as clear can get.
No, but Afro to me is like you're pinpointing your interpretation of who I am.
Yeah.
So when you say Afro, yes. I totally dislike you.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I totally don't want to speak to you no more. That's your claim. That's your claim.
It definitely is my claim.
Why you say I'm a Rastafari?
And I didn't say you was a Rastafari. I said I see your Rastafari influence.
So what influenced me to be a Rastafari?
But wait.
No, that's a good question. What influenced me to be a Rastafari?
Your hair.
My hair.
And the way that you're using some of your philosophy that in modern times started with Rastafarianism.
So Rastafari is a man. Ras is a title that means head. So if you see me as a Ras or Rash, that means that I'm head over you.
That's not
Tafari, hold on.
That's not what it means.
Yes, that's what it means.
It doesn't.
So Tafari is the name of a person.
Yeah.
And Ras is a title. Yeah. And the title also means prince.
Yes.
So you can say Ras, Makonnen, or Ras. What's Josh? You can say Ras.
Oh, yeah.
It means, you can Google it. You can Google it because so when you said Ras, you see Rastafari in me, that means you see someone that is a king in me.
Right. So what I'm saying to you is, outside of your...
I have great respect, I have great honor and admiration for Rastafari.
So thank you. So outside of your whatever you would call it, you be the one who clearly is to call it, because you know yourself, as he was saying, and he knows that.
I know myself. Yes.
Okay. Outside of that, other people, let's say the white, let's say Caucasian.
Would you say it's white? Would you say it's Caucasian?
Yeah, I'll say it's white.
So it's Caucasian.
Yeah. Outside of the Caucasian, right? I mean, the Caucasian. What are the Caucasian people chosen for? From Adam, not from no, from Adam. What are they chosen for?
So okay. So
according to the scriptures.
So I would like to know myself.
Yes.
Where they came from, but that's another point, because I would want to know where he came from.
But what I'm asking,
I cannot be claiming.
You can just say they're not supposed to be the kings and leaders. That's us. They're not supposed to be the high priest. That's us.
They're living it. They're living it.
But wait a minute. They're not supposed to be God specific people. That's us. Right? But what I'm asking you is
I read it. I don't understand why you. I mean, yes.
Good job. Revelation 2 verse 9. KJV.
It says, I know thy work and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy.
And is a conjunction word, right?
And I know the blasphemy of them who say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
Yes.
That doesn't mean every Jew.
No, that didn't say that. I didn't say that. But what the scripture says clearly is it's a prophecy. Because before 1948, there weren't no. It wasn't publicly. The world didn't know the Jews, the original Jews were. So they step out and made a stage for themselves in 1948, and they made Israel a state. At that point, they begin to say that we're studying Judaism and then. So now the scriptures, Revelation means the end, that to reveal, which is the end of the books, right? So if the Revelation is saying, I know that poverty, which is us, that we are the original people, and then it says, and the blasphemy. What does blaspheme mean? What does blaspheme mean? Lies. The blaspheme mean lies?
Blaspheming is taking God's name in vain.
Yeah, so it's lies. It's basically, you can say blaspheme is to lie about.
Yeah, like saying something that's great, saying it's wrong.
Yes. So he's saying that I know those that say they are Jews and are not, but are of the synagogue of Satan. We don't have synagogue. We don't even have church. We don't even have our own. We can't even afford water. But in the scripture it said the real Jews are going to bring down low to the lowest estate. That's what the scripture says.
So what? What? That's, again, I think because we've had Nazis, we've had extreme right-wing people in Britain in the Victorian time. We've had people in the ancient times that will said our race is superior and our culture is superior. So this is a common human trend. So I'm asking you, even if I accept as half black and half white,
you're half black and half white.
Even if
I can't see your face.
Even
if you're lying to me, I can't see your face.
Even if I accept and say, okay, you are all that tick 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 tick, right?
Does it matter if
without
you accept?
The boom?
Does it? The thing is, I might sound rude.
Yeah.
I might sound rude.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter if I accept.
But then,
right. So what I'm saying.
You want to overpower me.
So what I'm saying.
Just like the other guy.
Yeah, but I want to ask you, and I want you to ask this question that you are trying to dodge. Like when I was
having a conversation with Josh.
What does the what did God say I'm going to bless the white people with? Are they going to be serving in the temple? They're not going to be the high priest, okay? But are they going to be like the
white man,
or even the brown man? Or, someone outside of your mirror effect. What are they going to be?
No, you have to realise there's not one West.
I don't think I understand his question. I don't think I understand your question. Because I think that you should direct your question to the Jew.
No, it's to you because.
No, for me. Because
you're saying.
I want to get his understanding of his struggles.
Yeah. I mean, if you were to ask me, I'd say I don't really care about colour.
Yeah, I don't want to get into the colour aspect of it.
But I'm saying outside of your whatever name you would name it, right? Or you say God names it, the other people, what positions are they going to have that are not part of that lineage? What positions? If they say, we believe in this system, we believe that you are, say, the Jews, We're not, but you are, and God's going to
I don't
restore
say
you.
you're not a Jew.
Yeah, but
How do I know you're not a Jew?
okay, let's say I'm not a Jew. Let's just assume I'm not a Jew, right?
But Israel, you could come from Israel. but
Yes, I
maybe
could.
not Jew,
Yes, you're right.
because
But,
Jew
but
comes
I'm
from
I'm
Judah.
trying to ask you
At
to
least-
get a point.
I know, but then
Okay. But,
see,
but
the Lord bless him.
Yeah.
And then the original Jew,
Yes.
which is from Judah.
okay. So what's going to
the
happen
Lord-
to those who are not
It's a simple
Jews?
answer. It's a simple answer. It said one rule for one rule for you, the same rule for the stranger. He said in about 3 places. He said the same rule for you, the same rule for the stranger that's amongst you. So if you want to be that, you also have to obey the laws as well. So you have to create the world in 6 days. You have to rest on the Sabbath. You have to obey the laws like everybody else.
No. I say I'm part of the faith.
No, but I know to be part of
But
it, you have to obey the law.
position?
No, you have to obey
I
the law.
obey the law.
No, you don't.
No, listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying I make the decision to obey the law, right?
Yes.
So then I say to you, what can I do and what can I be according to my bloodline?
Listen,
Let's
no, it's
assume
not
that
okay.
I'm not
No,
Jewish
yeah.
or I'm
if
not
you're not Judah, listen, if you're not
Yehudi.
Judah, if you're
I'm
not Yehuda,
not-
listen, if you're not Yehuda, what you have to do to be like Yehuda is you have to obey the commandments.
Okay.
It's simple.
But what positions is
What do you
about
mean? What do you mean?
power? I want
No,
to
it's not
know.
about power.
Power.
What power?
I want to know power.
No, listen. Judah
What,
is
in
the
the
children.
temple of God, can I be a high priest?
I don't know. It's up to him. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna
Sorry?
do. It doesn't say you're gonna be.
That's what I want
well,
to get to. I
what
want to
did he say?
get to who is saying we're in power, you're in power, you cannot be in power.
No, everybody can't be in power. Billions of people can't be in power.
Right.
Only the people that obey the commandments are the ones that's gonna be in the end of days.
So I'm obeying the
No,
commandments.
but you're not obeying the commandments.
I'm trying to get to a position, a point. Listen to the point.
I'm listening to okay.
Okay? I'm in the position. Okay, somebody else is not a Yehudi and they're obeying it. Okay? Right, you got it? Okay.
Hold on, let me read something.
What position can they have
What do you mean? What position? Like
in the temple?
He's saying basically, listen to the question what he's saying. He's trying to go ahead of God. So God is going to put you guys in your position. Yeah, so God is going to...
we don't know what we're gonna
So-
be. You're
so
just
the
gonna be.
prophecies, we have
When
to
this
follow.
world is destroyed, there's gonna be a new world.
So we have to follow the prophecies. And
Prophecy. Exactly.
So what do the prophecies say?
he says that God is going to give every man what is due unto them.
And what's that? Do you got any idea?
If you commit sin, if you don't
Any
obey the
idea?
commandments, that is sin.
Yeah.
So it's a good God that gives holy
I
laws to
believe
man.
in the
we
scripture.
get that,
So
we get that, we
so
get
I use
that,
the
I
scripture
get
to
that,
answer.
I
So
get
this is
that.
so this is Isaiah 14. Yeah. It says, "For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel."
Aha, see, this is what I want. Yes, yes,
So
brilliant.
Josh, because I'm trying
It's getting to the- it's getting to
I'm
the
trying,
thing.
so Isaiah 14. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. So them going into Israel is when someone do something that they shouldn't have done. What do you call that? They go. Well, if God said He's going to do something, and then someone else do it before God actually did it. Because they're saying America placed them in Israel, right? But God said Himself that He's going to place us in our own land. Okay. And the strangers shall join with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, not the house of Judah, Jacob. And it
bro,
says
that's the wrong thing, bro. Listen, it's in the book of C. In the book of Deuteronomy, it said these are the statutes. Listen, no, that's listen. It says
we were
here,
having a conversation.
these are the statutes of Israel here. You have to obey them to do them.
Yes, we wrote.
So you have to read it to see.
this guy,
You're not getting it.
He's a Christian.
You're not understanding it. Seriously, you're not even understanding.
You want to know what individual thing we're going to be? We don't know.